Okay, welcome to our ninth problem in mathematics. So as you can see though, we've already done from 2-1 to 2-8. If you haven't checked those videos out, be sure to watch them first. But now here's already our new problem. Our problem is in number 2-9. 2-9. Alright, so let's begin. First of all, let's determine what type of polygon is this. Look at this. You might think it's an inscribed figure, but it's getting tougher. But don't worry, we can still solve. How do we solve? Look, as you can see though, it's a, what type of figure is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This polygon has 6 sides and 6 angles. What is it? If you say that it's a hexagon, you are correct. So now we're gonna solve for the interior angles of the hexagon. But this might be a bit tricky because you know there are lots of inscribed lines and shapes inside. And furthermore, our goal is to solve for all of these angles which you see right here. Alright? So it's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle for us to do this. But don't worry, you got your problem solving skills on. So let's work on this problem, alright? Let's do this. Now let's start with what we can do. First of all, you see that this is a regular hexagon. How can you conclude that that's a regular hexagon? Simple lang yan. Dahil nga, kasi nga diba remember, you know, in a hexagon, what's the sum of the measure of interior angles of a hexagon? Remember the formula that I told you, yung n minus 2 times 180 divided by n? Since there are 6 sides, it will go like this. 6 minus 2 times 180 divided by 6. 180 divided by 6, that becomes 30. 6 minus 2 is 4. And then 4 times 30, 120 degrees. So therefore, you should have 120 degrees for every angle in a regular hexagon. But if you were to do the literal formula, it will be n minus 2 times 180. Tama? So 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 times 180, you should get 720 degrees. Divide by 6, you still yield 120 degrees. Kaya nga, it's already confirmed that every angle in this regular hexagon, which you see here, is all 120 degrees. 120 degrees here, 120 degrees here, 120 degrees here. So let me write it down for you. 120, 120, 120, 120, 120, and 120. Lahat na yan ay 120 degrees. No excuses. Now, how do we solve for the angles? This could be tough because there's already algebra. But is there one thing we can solve as we look for the figure that can help us? If your answer is yes, where is it? And the answer is this right triangle that you see here. Because look at this right triangle. Tingnan mo yung right triangle na mabuti ha. We have a right angle that you see here. Tama? And then this one, the 8x pertains to this angle. And then one angle here measures 5x minus 1 degrees. So therefore, this is just like algebra. Just like what you did. So we need to solve for the value of x. And then plug in for the measures. Alright? So this is what we're gonna do. So our formula will look like this. For the triangle, you know that the sum of the interior angles always equal 180 degrees. So this becomes 90 plus 8x plus 5x minus 1. Eliminate parentheses, which gives you 90 plus 8x plus 5x minus 1. Tama? Combining like terms, we should get 90 plus 13x minus 1. Actually, you can also combine like terms, diba? 180 equals 90 minus 1, 89 degrees equals 13x. Plus 13x, tama? Then what you can do, subtract both sides by 89. If you want, I think let's do the other side the other way para mas malinaw. Okay? But I know they both yield the same thing. Okay? Subtracting both sides by 89, you should get 13x is equivalent to 1 91. So we should come up with 91. Divide both sides by 13. X is 7. Right? So the value of x is 7. But wait, we're still not yet done. We have to input it back into our formula. So we have 90. This is 90, diba? So 8 times 7 to. And this is 56. And this one, 5 times 7 equals 35. Minus 1 equals 34. So 56 plus 34, will that yield to 90 degrees? Let's see. Yes, it does. So tama, this yields to 180. So this checks. Now we know that x is 7. So now going back to our formula, this is 34 degrees. This is 56 degrees. Alright? Now that we have already gotten the angles, let's see if we can solve for the rest of the angles. Because it's like a chain reaction, right? Oh look, now, we have 120 degrees here. But since we already got 8x, which measures 56 degrees, we need to do 120 minus 56 to give you the answer. So 120 minus 56 equals 4. 11 minus 5, 64. So therefore, the remnant angle must measure, very good, 64 degrees. So 64 degrees to 64. Alright? But look, we still have another angle here. And there's an angle here. But wait, we have another clue. Do you see the 16x plus 1? Yes, that's 16x. That means it's 16x. 16 times 7, right? Because x is 7. 16 times 7 is 112. And 112 plus 1 is 113. So therefore, this entire thing here is 113 degrees on both sides. Now it's easy for us to solve. But look, remember in this part, we have 34 degrees, right? So what we do now here is 113 minus 34. Because 113 pertains to the entire angle of angle MES. But angle MEF and angle FES are adjacent. So if this angle is 34 degrees and the entire thing is 113, what we do to get the remnant? Subtract. So what we do is 113 minus 34. This becomes 9. 10 minus 3 is 79. So therefore, the remnant angle must measure 79 degrees. Alright? Now, we can now solve for the remnant angle, which is this one. Look at this. 79 plus 120 plus 64. Did you know this is a quadrilateral? This is a quadrilateral, right? So you can apply the 360, the formula when it comes to solve for the sum interior angles of a quadrilateral. So 79 plus 120 plus 64. What's the answer? Let's do it. Combining like terms, 143. Yes, the remnant angle must measure 97 degrees. Alright? Or if you want another way, ganito yung mangyayari. Look at this. Did you know that this is a pentagon, right? You can also do it this way. Remember the sum of the interior angles of a pentagon? It's always 540 degrees. So what you can do is 120, diba? You have two 120s, diba? And then 90. So that becomes 330 degrees plus 113. So 330 plus 113 equals 344. Then we do 540 minus 443. Will it still give you the 97? Yes, it does. It still yielded to 97. And your answer is correct. Good job. But wait, we're still not yet done. Because we still got lots of other angles to solve. How about let's work out with the others? We know that this forms a supplementary angle pair. We know if this is 113 degrees. Therefore, the remnant angle must measure. What's the remnant angle here? It should measure 67 degrees. If your answer is 67, you are correct. To verify why, 180 minus 113, cross out the ones, 80 minus 13, this gives you 6, 7. 10 minus 3, 7. 7 minus 1 is 6. So 67. Okay, got it. So we got 67 degrees here. Therefore, it's confirmed that we should get 67 degrees on the other side. Now we form 360 degrees. Right? Spectacular. And take note on this side, you can also do 90 degrees. Because they're adjacent, right? And supplementary. Then we can now solve for the remnant angle. Look. 67, right angle, 120. What should be the angle here? Of course, you would have to add. This becomes 210. 210 plus 67 equals 277. 360 minus 277. Of course, you'll still apply the quadrilateral formula, di ba? Yes, the remnant angle must measure 83 degrees. So, 83 degrees to. Tapos, apply supplementary angle pair. You see? Parang siyang chain reaction. Then what you can do now is 97. Bakit 97? Do you think 97 plus 83 gives you 180? Let's see. 97 plus 83. 10. 10 plus, what, 10? You got it. 180 degrees. See what a chain reaction. And then, pwede dito, we can do chain reaction. We have a right angle here. 120 degrees. Tapos, di ba remember? Or you can just assume that this is a pentagon again. So you have this one, 113 degrees. What should be the measure here? But I think it's better to get every individualized angle because we need to get every individualized angle that we can find. But if you want it straightforward, you can get this angle first. You know that this is a right angle, right? So therefore, this also has to be a right angle to form a supplementary pair. So 120 plus 20 plus 97 plus 30 plus 113, di ba? So what's 97 plus 113? 210 degrees. Very good. 210. 10, 2, 11, 210. And then 210 plus the 2, 120, that's 240, right? This should yield 450 degrees. Tama? 450 plus 90 equals 540. Now, we still need to look for that remnant angle here. Right? Wait a minute. Ay, wait. Kasi nga pentagon to, di ba? Kaya actual is 120 plus 120 is 240. And then 240. $440 degrees. Tama ba? 450 degrees. So therefore, the remnant angle must measure 90 degrees. So 540 minus 450, edi baliktarin mo, 90. So therefore, the remnant angle must measure 90 degrees. And if 90 degrees works for here, 90 degrees also function on the other side. Right? And then remember, we can apply supplementary pair here for 83. Tama? Let's verify if we're correct. We have 90 plus 120 equals 210. 210 plus 67 equals 277. 277 plus the last 83. Will it still yield to 360? If it does, we got the right answer. 8. Thank the Lord, we got 360. So therefore, it is correct. And now, we solved the puzzle. Yay! But wait, we're still not yet done. Kasi nga meron pa tayo dito naman. These two angles. Diba? We can do this. Para mas mabilis, 190 plus 90, 180, 120. So this becomes 60 degrees. And what's 60 minus 113 minus 60? If your answer is 53, you're correct. To double check, 90 plus 120, 210. 210 plus 97, 307, diba? 360 minus 307 still yields to 53. You got it. And now we will just input na lang for the answers. You will see them na lang in the next video.